Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Jay with Cole's Classroom, and I'm here to show you how to export your images from Lightroom once you finish your editing onto your hard drive. We're going to go through how to export your images for low resolution or for online web sharing, such as Facebook, Instagram, any kind of social media platform, as well as exporting for high resolution images and for print. So we're going to dive right in. We want to make sure that we're hovering over our completed image. You want to right click that image and hit the export menu option here. You'll see that this window pops up and you can select your export location. You can export to a specific folder if you haven't already set one already. Here is where you can choose a specific folder to do that. You don't really have to do much else there. With the file naming, there's a few different ways to go about this. Some photographers, they prefer to keep the file name original as it came out of the camera. I like to choose custom name, and I recommend using a custom name because then it keeps you a little bit more organized. You know what the shoot is that you're exporting, and it will create a nice sequence number for you as well. We don't have to worry about any video in this case. So we're going to dive right into the file settings for both low resolution and online social media sharing, okay? In the file settings, we want to make sure that our image format for low resolution images is JPEG, and we want to make sure that our quality is anywhere from 85 to 100. The reason we say 85 is because you're still going to have a nice, crisp, clean looking image once you export, but it actually does save you some disk space. Keeping it at 100 could potentially make a larger image. It will make a larger image, in fact. And we can save some room just by bringing down the quality just a tiny bit down to 85 without compromising the actual image. You want to keep your color space as sRGB if it's not already set there. No matter what your camera was set to, you want to make sure that this is your color space once you're exporting your file. You limit file size to, you don't really have to worry about this tab. The only time that you really have to worry about it is if, for example, like one of my clients has a specification that the images can't be over a certain size. In this case, you want to click the box there and you want to change this as per the specification that your client may have. But other than that, you don't really have to worry about that one. Image sizing. For low resolution photos, you want to make sure that this resize to fit box is checked. And in the drop down menu, just make sure you check long edge. You want to select that one. Down here in the pixels, select 2048. You want to type that in there and keep your resolution at 72 pixels per inch. Output sharpening, where this is going to be the biggest difference is if you print at home and you have a specific type of paper that you use. In this case, our recommendation is sharpen for the screen and keep the amount to low or standard, but we're just going to keep it at low. And then you can go ahead and export your file for a low resolution and social media shareable image. So we don't really need to go through the export location again, or the file naming for high resolution, but where we do want to concentrate on is these two tabs here, the file settings and the image sizing. Again, the previous was for low resolution images, social media type images as well, or perhaps online galleries that need to be shared online. This is for high resolution. These settings here that we're about to go through are for high resolution images and images that will be sent off to go to print, or if you're printing them on your own. So again, in the file settings, make sure that your image format for high resolution images is set to JPEG and that your quality, in this case, we want to make sure it's at maximum. So set it to 100. Your color space, sRGB, just leave it as it is for the low resolution images as well. Your image sizing, we're actually going to uncheck this box. So we don't want to have it checked for the high resolution or printable images. The resolution, however, we want to set to 300 pixels per inch. That's going to give you your large, crystal clear, crisp, high resolution images. And why this is important, it's so important when it goes to print that you have the utmost in quality. And as well, if that image is going to be blown up any larger than a 4:6 print, if there's any sort of resolution deficiencies, you're going to see it happen when the image gets blown up. This way, you're not losing a lot of data in the image. So when it goes to print and it gets blown up, you're still maintaining that crisp quality in the image and it looks beautiful and you're not running into any problems. Okay. Again, for the output sharpening, biggest difference is if you're going to be printing your images at home, You can sharpen for the screen or select matte or glossy paper if that's what you are printing, but you want to just keep this here, sharpen for screen, keep it low. All right, so pretty straightforward. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.